Hello, welcome to Creative Crafting by Katie. I have this wood cutout that is available to purchase, and it does sit up on its own. We're going to use that on the project today. I'm going to trace it with a pencil. You can do whatever way you want as far as what works for you. Some people like to trace it, some people like to just cut it. Use a sandpaper around it. There's a few tight corners, so I felt this would be the best is to trace it. It will wind up being a little bit bigger than the area. It generally comes out a little bit bigger because I just can't get in there as tight as I want, so we'll cut right on the line. And if we have to, we'll tidy it up with a sanding sponge. Just using a piece of scrapbook paper that's floral. I figure it's fun for Easter. So let's just cut on the line here. Again, this is available for purchase. If you don't see it on the website, you can always reach out to me and let me know that you want it cut. I did just design this one, so it's a little bit late in the season for this, but remember, all my prices on my website include shipping, so you know that there's no extra surprises at checkout. So make sure you subscribe to my channel if you already don't. Subscribe, and subscribe to my Moldwood channel, which is going to be in the description. There'll be a link there for you where you can also subscribe to that channel, where you can find out all the fun stuff about Moldwood, which is my product that's bendable and flexible wood-based paste that goes in silicone molds, cures for 12 to 24 hours, and works great on furniture and craft embellishments. So if you've never heard of that, head on over there and check that out. Just about finished here. I'm going to paint it with ivory chalk paint. I'm not using chalk paint for any particular reason other than the color that I've chosen to go with this. You could have definitely done a white if you wanted, but I just wanted to keep this one a little bit less vibrant with the white. And I'm only just going to do that on the back and the sides of this, because we'll have scrapbook paper going on the front of it like that. Okay, so I'm going to paint the opposite sides, and again, this is ivory, and it's not that it needs to have chalk paint, it's just the color that I'm looking for. You could definitely pull this off with a little bit of baby wipe and have it more of a stain look and have that show through the grain, the wood grain here. That's always fun. Just depends on the look that you're going for. We're just going to keep it simple. We're just going to go with a straight up look of the paint. You could also do the chippy method, or even more so that's in now would be your crackle. Okay. These chunky wood cutouts are about 3/4 of an inch in thickness. And I do that because I like the stability of it when you want to stand it up. It gives you a better surface. We're going to add some ribbon to this as well to make a cute little neckline. And I'm okay with a little bit of it getting over the edge because if my scrapbook paper is a little bit short, it'll help cover that. My paint is a little thick. It's getting old. Could always water it down a little bit as well. Okay. Finish this up, and then we're going to add a piece of scrapbook paper that I traced and cut. If you do the crackle, I would probably go with something like an antique Waverly wax or something on the back, or maybe even something where you could go with a pink color. I'm going to just kind of touch these edges around here. For one, to make sure that there's not any thick paint from the edge coming over that's going to kind of glob on that, but also that way if I didn't cut properly, it will help me hide that raw wood look. So let's dry it up, and we'll move along to Mod Podging it down. I'm just going to use Mod Podge for adhering that. Decoupaging that on. Sorry about the noise. Take this napkin, scrapbook paper, rice paper. There's so many different ways you could go with this little rabbit. You could paint it. Oopsies. A little heavy on the pour there, huh? A little heavy on the pour. That's all right. Scrapbook paper is a little thicker anyways, so won't hurt to have a little bit of extra adhesive on here, or Mod Podge, to kind of help with that soaking in to the paper and into the wood. This is cute just the way it is, huh? You put a bow here. You could put a bow around the neck or at the neckline, which is what I'm going to do. You could definitely like wrap it around there. You could do this two-sided as well. So we've got it like that. So far, look how stinking cute that is just all by itself. But we're going to go obviously to the next level, and we're going to take us some different ribbons here. I really thought I liked that one, but I'm thinking I don't like that one anymore. I do have this here as well. Don't have a ton of space, so I'm going to cut this down. Let me cut it. And I was going to do a messy bow, but that honestly might just not work because it's such a small area. So we're going to cut this in half. I do love the fringed look on the edge of this. That's so fun. To me anyways, that's so fun. So I might be able to just do a little messy bow with just a couple different ribbons. And I actually think I could cut these in half again, and it'll allow me to have 2 layers of each. And we'll crisscross them. Like this. I'll just use a piece of jute to tie it together. Because again, there's just not there's not a lot of room on the rabbit anyways. I did have some yellow, but I think I'm just going to keep it this. I had more like of a paper ribbon. So just pull out whatever color you want out of your paper. Okay. There we go. And we can just trim it down. Okay, so we could put it up here. Oopsies. Put it up here, or we could put it right here. We could put it on the side. So let me trim it a little bit. Got me some junk scissors here, I guess. Get a better pair going. There we go. Actually, I think I do like it up on top of the ear there. That's adorable. Could also do pearls. Pearls would be a really fun look as well. We're just going to use a button. We could go bright with a gold, or we could do, got these other couple here that are more in your orangey. That one's a little big, takes away from the bow too much. We don't want to do that. Actually, that's cute as a pop of color. I do like that. And it ties in really well to the rest of the flower. So play around with it and see what you like from that. You could even take a piece of pearl and put it around the neckline there if you wanted to go with something like that for like a necklace. You just come across the front like that with it. You could also have added some pearls in here underneath the bow. Oh, I'm sorry, not under the bow, under this. Let's just cut another piece here. And we'll adhere that, and then we'll put that back on. And we'll cut it down. These are plastic, so it will melt a little bit there. So just be careful. That's cute. So let me just cut my pearls down a wee bit. There. And there we have it. Super cute, simple, inexpensive. I'm sure you've got plenty of stuff in your craft room that you could do any form of this idea. Hope you guys enjoyed this and stay tuned for more. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel.